Hello guys, in this video I'm going to explain about current division. In our previous classes I have explained about the voltage division. So we use voltage division when elements are connected in series, because when resistors are connected in series, the current flowing at R1, R2 and R3 is same, whereas when elements are connected in series, the voltage drop across R1 is different, voltage drop across R2 is different, and voltage drop across R3 is different. So the voltage drop is directly proportional to the resistance value. More is the resistance, more voltage drop at that particular resistor. Now we are going to discuss about current division. Current division concept we use when resistors are connected in parallel, because now let us consider there is a pipe here. Okay, so in that pipe water is coming, so we have connection like this. Now what happened, let us consider the water is coming. Now one water is coming here, so the water will go in this particular direction and also it will go here, and the quantity of water will depends on what, either it go in the part A and it will go to the part B. So the quantity of water in A or B depends on the valve size. Suppose if valve size is very large, then more water will go to the part B. When the valve size is very less, what happened? Less water will go. However, when there is a connection like this, when 1 and 2 are connected parallel to one to another, the water will get divided. Now instead of water, you just consider a current. Current is flowing. Now after coming here, the current has two directions. So current will go towards one or towards two. And the quantity of current, like how much current is going, and it completely depends on what? Completely depends on the resistance value. And that is inversely proportional to resistance. So I already explained in my previous video that if the resistance value is higher, what happened? The current is less. So what is the purpose of resistor? Resistor will resist the flow of current. So if the current resistance value is higher, lesser is the current. Okay, clear. Now see here in this particular circuit, there is a voltage source. As we are using voltage source, some current is flowing. How much current is flowing? IT. IT stands for total current. Now here R1 and R2 are connected parallel. Therefore, what happened after coming here? This current has two directions. Some of the current will go here and some of the current will go towards R2. So the current value depends on what? The resistance value. Okay, clear. Now I want to find I2 current. I want to find the how much current is flowing at towards R2. What is the formula? I2 equal to V by R2. Now in order to find I2, first you need to find voltage, then you have to find current I2. Now see, this is one procedure in circuit theory analysis. If you want to find some unknown parameters, there are so many methods. By using any one method, you can find the unknown parameter. Now here the first method is, in order to find I2, first you have to find voltage across R2, then you can find I2. And the second method, without finding voltage drop across R2, there is a formula. If by using that formula, we can find directly to the how much current is flowing at R2. So the concept is what? Current division. Current division. Let us see, first we will derive the equations. Okay, the current division formulas. For example, how can you find I1? So you know R1 R2 are connected in parallel, therefore voltage is same. What is the voltage at R1? Vs. Voltage at R2 is Vs, because these two are connected in in parallel. Therefore I1 equal to what? V by R1. And what about I2? I2 equal to V by R2. Yes or no? Yes. Consider this is what our equation work. Then how can you find IT? So same formula, IT equal to the total current V by R. So here V means what? The voltage, source voltage. Vs by R means what? Here two elements are connected in parallel. So how to find R equivalent? 1 by R equivalent equal to, you can write 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Therefore 1 by R equivalent equal to, if you do LCM, what happened? R1 and R2, then you will get R2 plus R1. Yes or no? Yes. Therefore R equivalent equal to, you can write R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So this is what R equivalent. Okay. Now for finding total current, V by R equivalent. Yes or no? Yes, R equivalent. I hope you understood the differences between equation 1 and equation 2. So the equation 1 is finding current at R1 and current at R2. Whereas equation 2 is what? The total current. Okay. Now what is our aim? We need to find current at R2 or current at R1. Okay. Now see, can I submit equation 2 in equation 1? Of course. Therefore, I1 equal to, instead of Vs, can I submit Vs equal to IT R equivalent? Yes, of course. Therefore, instead of Vs here, because I1 equal to Vs by R1, so I1 equal to, instead of Vs, I'm submitting IT R equivalent by R1. Yes or no? Now what is R equivalent? R equivalent equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So I1 equal to, I need to write IT is the total current. R equivalent equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 by R1. So here this R1 and this R1 will get cancelled. Therefore finally I1 equal to IT total current into R2 by R1 plus R2. This is the direct formula for finding current at R1. Current at R1. Now see, if I want to find current at R2, what I need to do? What is I2? I2 equal to Vs by R2. Now you already know Vs equal to what? IT R equivalent by R2. Now you already know IT R equivalent means what? You already find out here. R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 and by this is R2. So R2 will get cancelled. Therefore I2 equal to what? IT into R1 by R1 plus R2. Now you clearly observe the I1 formula and I2 formula. Now here what I am doing, I want to find I1. What I am doing here, first you need to write IT. IT stands for total current flowing from this source. Okay, this is IT. You already know this one. IT into, what is the numerator here? Now as you are finding current at R1, the opposite resistor, how many opposite resistors you have? Only R2. So you need to keep R2 at the numerator by, now how many elements are connected in parallel? Two elements, the sum of that resistors R1 plus R2. I hope it is clear. I1 equal to total current, and if you are finding current at R1, the opposite resistor R2 by the sum of the resistance R1 plus R2. Now see, the same thing we will apply for I2. I2 equal to IT total current. Now you are finding current at R2, the opposite resistor. What is the opposite resistor? R1. So R1 by the sum of the resistance R1 plus R2. So this is the formula for finding. Now by using these formulas, suppose here 3 and 4, we can write one final equation, that is I is the current at ith element. Okay, current at ith element, and IT into RT by RT plus RI. This is the final formula of current division. Okay, so here this is RI. Now here, suppose see, if you are finding, let us consider you have another element. This is R3. Okay. Now if I want to find R1, current at R1, so instead of I, you just keep 1. Okay, this is the current at R1. So IT into, what is the RT? Except R1, how many resistors are connected in parallel? R2 and R3. RT is nothing but equivalent resistance. So you can write R equivalent, no problem. R equivalent, RT or R equivalent is same. So as you are finding current at R1, the opposite resistor R2 and R3, these two are connected in parallel, yes or no? So how to find R equivalent? 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Therefore, you will write the R equivalent by R equivalent plus Ri means what? R1. Yes or no? Yes. Now, if you want to find current at R2, so now I2 equal to that IT total current. What is the R equivalent now? Now you should not consider R2. Now the opposite resistors of R2, how many? R1 and R3. Now R1 and R3 are connected in parallel, so that you will write R equivalent by R equivalent plus R2. Okay, clear. So this is what the current division formula. I hope it is clear, right? It is clear. Now we will solve one problem on current division formula so that you will understand. Now by using current division formula, we need to find current through the each resistor. Now what is our current division formula? I equal to IT. IT is the total current into R equivalent by R equivalent plus RI. So here IT stands for what? The total current in the circuit. R equivalent means you already know equivalent resistance of the circuit. I means what? Where you are finding current. Suppose if you are finding current at R1, so this is I1. If you are finding current at R2, this is I2, like that. Now I want to find current at R1. Okay, current at R1. Now what I need to do? I1 equal to IT into R equivalent by R equivalent plus R1. Okay, clear. Now you need to understand that what exactly R equivalent is. Generally you do like many people do what? These three resistors are connected in parallel. Therefore 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. But if you do like that, that is wrong. So here, as you are finding current at R1, you should not consider this R1 resistor. So how the opposite resistor, how many? R2 and R3, two resistors you have. So 1 by R equivalent equal to, you need to consider R2 and R3, and these two are connected in parallel, that is R equivalent. So if you do LCM, what happened? R2 and R3, you will get R2 plus R3. So here R equivalent equal to, you will write R2 R3 by R2 plus R3. Yes or no? Yes. R2 R3 means what? 4 into 4, 16. 4 plus 4, 18. This is what? 16. Sorry, 16, and this is what? 8. So 8 ones and 8 twos. This is what? 2 ohm. So when you are finding current at R1, the R equivalent is what? R2 parallel to R3. That is what? 2 ohm. Now submit here I1 equal to IT means what? Already they have given in the circuit itself. 12 into R equivalent means 2 by 2 plus 4. Yes or no? R1 is 4. Now here 12 into 2 by this is what? 6. So 2 ones and 2 threes. So 3 ones and 3 fours. Now what is the current I1? 4 amperes. Now this is what the procedure for finding I1. Now if you want to find current at R2, what you need to do? Instead of I, you need to keep 2. Therefore I2 equal to IT into R equivalent by R equivalent plus R2. Yes or no? Yes. Now as this R1, R2, R3 resistor values are 4, 4, 4. So we get R equivalent is what? Same. Now you are finding current at what? R2. Now you should not consider this R2. What is the R equivalent? The opposite resistor R1 and R3 are the two resistors that are connected in parallel. R1 R3 by R1 plus R3. So if you submit values, you will get the same value because the resistance value is same. Therefore IT equal to 12 and R equivalent to 2 by 2 plus 4. Then you will get what? 4 ampere. Even if you find current at R3, what happened? I3 equal to IT R equivalent by R equivalent plus R3. Yes or no? Now here you are finding current at R3. R equivalent means what? The opposite resistors of this. So how many opposite resistors? Now R1 and R3. R1 and R2. So here R equivalent equal to what? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So even if you submit here, you get the same value because the resistance values are same. So here you will get what? 4 ampere. Now if you add I1 plus I2 plus I3, what you are getting? 4 plus 4 plus 4 equal to 12 amperes. Now what is the total current entering into a node? What is the node here? This total is what? One node, because elements are connected in parallel. The 12 amperes are entering into a node, and the current leaving from that node, the sum of the current leaving from that node, I1 plus I2 plus I3, is also 12 ampere. Now this is what the current division formula. Okay, so if you remember this equation, so that you no need to find the voltage. So even n resistors are connected. Suppose here you have another R3 and another R4. This is what your I3 and this is your I4. Now you want to find the current at R4. Okay, current at R4. What you will write? So the total current entering into a circuit into R equivalent by R equivalent plus R4. Now here what is the R equivalent? Now as you are finding current at R4, you should not consider this one. The opposite resistors, the opposite, how many resistors? R1, R2, R3. Therefore 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Now you need to keep the R equivalent value here. Now if you are finding current at R1, what you will write? I1 equal to IT into R equivalent by R equivalent plus R1. Now in this case, what is R equivalent? So 1 by R equivalent equal to, now you are finding current at R1, you should not consider this one. And how many opposite resistors you have? R2, R3, R4. Therefore 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus and 1 by R4. So the equivalent resistance value, you need to keep it here. Then you will find the current value at that particular resistor. Okay, this is the advantage of current division.